you think of Saudi Arabia, what comes to mind? Endless deserts, oil-rich economies, or perhaps the iconic landmarks of cities like Mecca and Riyadh? But now there's a new vision on the horizon, a futuristic project that could redefine not just Saudi Arabia, but urban living as we know it. Enter Neom, a $500 billion mega project and one of the most ambitious urban plans in history. Stretching 170 kilometers in length, Neom's centerpiece, the Line, promises to be a vertical city of the future. A towering glass structure designed to house 9 million people in a climate-controlled utopia. But with all its promises of innovation, sustainability, and luxury, there's a darker side lurking beneath the surface. Is Neom truly the city of the future? Or is Saudi Arabia risking its economy and environment for an impossible dream? What happens if this project fails? And will this vision of tomorrow lead to unforeseen consequences for the people who live there? Neom, derived from the Greek word neo, meaning new, and the Arabic term mustaqbal, meaning future, is Saudi Arabia's bold step towards economic diversification. Launched under the leadership of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, is the cornerstone of Saudi Vision 2030, a plan to reduce the country's dependence on oil and position it as a global hub for innovation, technology, and tourism. At the heart of Neom is the Line, a pair of 500-meter-high parallel skyscrapers that stretch over 170 kilometers through the desert, connected by futuristic high-speed transportation. The Line will be just 200 meters wide, making it one of the narrowest yet tallest urban developments ever conceived. With vertically layered living spaces, the Line aims to eliminate urban sprawl and reduce the environmental footprint of traditional cities. Alongside the Line, Neom will feature other futuristic regions. Oxagon, a floating industrial hub positioned as the world's largest floating structure. It will serve as a key trade and logistics center, leveraging advanced technologies like AI-driven systems and automation. Oxagon's design is intended to revolutionize shipping and manufacturing, with plans for renewable energy integration to minimize its ecological impact. Trojena, a high-altitude mountain resort that will offer year-round skiing, a first for Saudi Arabia, blending sports, luxury tourism, and environmental innovation. Scheduled to open in 2026, Trojena will use artificial snow to create a winter wonderland in the middle of the desert. This region will also host the Winter Asian Games in 2029. Trojena's location in the Sarat Mountains makes it a unique addition to Neom's offerings. Number 3 comes Sindala, a luxury island resort situated along the Red Sea. Opened in 2024, Sindala is designed to accommodate up to 2,400 guests, offering world-class amenities, yacht marinas, and an 840,000 square meter space dedicated to upscale living and recreation. It aims to attract elite tourists from around the globe, positioning itself as a rival to established luxury destinations. Situated in the northwestern corner of Saudi Arabia along the Gulf of Aqaba, Neom covers an area of 26,500 square kilometers. The region was chosen for its moderate climate and strategic location near key international trade routes. But while the concept is undeniably ambitious, the question remains, is it achievable? Behind the glossy renderings and futuristic promises, Neom has its fair share of challenges. Here are 8 uncovered drawbacks of this enormous project. Number 1. Economic feasibility of Neom. Saudi Arabia's $1 trillion futuristic city symbolizes the kingdom's drive to diversify its oil-dependent economy under Vision 2030. However, its soaring cost from $500 billion to $1 trillion raises concerns about economic sustainability. While Saudi Arabia's economy is strong, it remains heavily reliant on oil, a volatile commodity facing global decline due to the shift toward renewable energy. Funding such an ambitious project largely falls on Saudi Arabia, with foreign investment interest reportedly limited. This reliance on domestic resources, especially the Public Investment Fund, failing to attract investors or deliver on its vision could damage Saudi Arabia's global reputation and economic prospects. Number 2. Technological challenges of Neom. Big ideas contain big risks. Neom's plan to create a futuristic city relies on new and untested technologies, such as AI-powered systems and super-fast transportation. One of the most ambitious ideas is building 500-meter-high glass skyscrapers that stretch over 170 kilometers, something never done before. In addition, using AI to control everything from energy use to self-driving cars adds another layer of complexity. The technology may not work perfectly at such a large scale, and problems like delays, technical failures, or systems not functioning as expected could arise. Building this city will also take time, and there is a high risk of the technology not living up to its promises. Number 3. Environmental impact of Neom. Neom promises to be a completely sustainable city, but its environmental impact during construction raises concerns. Building the line, a massive 170-kilometer-long city, requires large amounts of steel, concrete, and glass. The production of these materials is a major source of carbon emissions, releasing an estimated 1.8 billion tons of CO2 into the atmosphere. This is a huge amount of pollution, which goes against the city's promise of sustainability. Additionally, the linear design of the city could have severe effects on local ecosystems. The construction could disrupt natural habitats, affecting animal migration routes and bird pathways. Animals that rely on these areas may find it harder to move freely, which could threaten their survival. Number 4. Surveillance and privacy issues in Neom. Neom's advanced AI-driven infrastructure aims to make the city run efficiently by monitoring residents' daily activities. This technology would track everything, from the movement of individuals to their energy usage, helping the city optimize its systems. While this promises benefits like improved services and energy efficiency, it raises serious concerns about privacy and personal freedom. Constant surveillance could lead to a society where individuals have little to no privacy. With every action being monitored, people might feel like they are always being watched, which could create a sense of distrust and anxiety. The line between helpful technology and invasion of privacy becomes blurred, as residents may lose control over their personal data. This could lead to a dystopian environment where the government or corporations have access to all aspects of people's lives. Over time, this constant surveillance might limit personal autonomy, forcing people to live in a way that aligns with what the city's AI deems best. The potential loss of freedom could overshadow the benefits of increased efficiency, making people question whether such a highly controlled lifestyle is truly worth it. Number 6. Cultural and social resistance. Neom's ultra-modern, cosmopolitan vision of a high-tech city faces a significant challenge when it comes to aligning with Saudi Arabia's conservative culture. The kingdom is known for its deeply rooted traditional values, especially around religion, gender roles, and social norms. Neom, on the other hand, will be a city of innovation, freedom, and diversity, attracting millions of residents from all over the world. This creates a potential clash between Saudi Arabia's conservative society and the liberal lifestyle that Neom aims to foster. The city's diverse population could bring different cultural practices, social expectations, and lifestyles, which might not always align with local customs. For example, the acceptance of alcohol, mixed gender spaces, and more liberal social freedoms may cause tension within a country that has strict laws governing public behavior. Number 7. Dependence on external resources. While Neom's linear city design aims to be self-contained, it will still rely heavily on external resources for many of its daily necessities. For example, despite the city's futuristic infrastructure and sustainability efforts, it won't be able to produce all the food, water, and basic goods needed for its 9 million residents. This means Neom will depend on imports from other regions or countries to meet these demands. This reliance on external supply chains makes Neom vulnerable to disruptions. Natural disasters, geopolitical tensions, or even global trade issues could interrupt the flow of essential goods, potentially leading to shortages. If there were an issue with the global food supply or a breakdown in transportation networks, Neom could face difficulties in providing for its residents. Such disruptions could also drive up the cost of living. If essential items become scarce or harder to import, prices could rise, making everyday life more expensive for residents. Number 8 comes the uncertain completion of timeline with delays and financial strain. Neom, once slated for completion by 2030, has already seen its timeline pushed to 2045. This delay raises concerns about whether the city will ever be fully completed, as experts predict further setbacks. The extended construction period could lead to multiple challenges for Saudi Arabia, particularly in terms of financial strain and investor confidence. The longer the project takes, the more money will be needed to maintain ongoing construction, purchase materials, and pay workers. These rising costs could drain Saudi Arabia's financial resources, especially if the expected returns on investment are delayed or fail to materialize. If investors start to see Neom as a never-ending project with uncertain outcomes, they may lose confidence and pull out, making it harder to secure the necessary funding. As Saudi Arabia pushes forward with this ambitious project, the question remains, will Neom be a groundbreaking city or a costly, unfinished dream? What do you think about Neom? Is it a leap toward a brighter future? Or is Saudi Arabia betting too much on a dream that could fail? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on the stories and mysteries shaping our world.